Regarding all the active weather that we have been seeing across the Sierra today. We do have a couple of flood advisories now to bring you up to speed with. Thankfully, right now, we don't have any flash flood warnings. We do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings. That's a good thing, but we certainly had some severe weather earlier, especially when it comes to hail. That's what some of the storms have been producing. We haven't seen a lot in the way of high wind reports as a result of these storms, but today, storms are producing a lot of cloud ground lightning. These are real-time lightning strikes. When you see them pop up on the screen, that just happened moments ago, and we're seeing a cluster of that right now north of Lake Tahoe, all the way up across parts of Plumas County. You can see all these lightning strikes here, and just in the last 10 minutes or so, we have 163 cloud ground lightning strikes in the view that you are seeing right here on your screen. So let's check out radar at the moment. You can see the storms up and down the spine of the Sierra developing a few hours ago, and we're seeing all this activity moving from the southeast to the northwest. So really across the Sierras where we're seeing the most impacts with these storms right now, some of them pushing down into the foothills as well. And then we have a few light showers in the valley, but certainly nothing to be concerned about. Valley showers will be lasting just a few moments as those storms continue pushing off toward the west and northwest. Storms today have been producing some pretty heavy rainfall rates. We're seeing some of the heavier rain right now across parts of Plumas County, where there is going to continue to be with us through the next several hours. This is live radar. You can see the new frames coming in from the with the latest scans, and across Donner Summit, we're seeing just mainly rainfall right now by Truckees, where we're getting recent reports of cloudy ground lightning strikes. Further down to the south into Tuolumne County, into Mariposa County as well. This is where we had that flood advisory from the heavier rain that pushed through not too long ago. And all that's going to continue making its way toward the northwest, as we mentioned. And that's the light shower I've been talking about coming in from the San Joaquin Valley, pushing north into the Sacramento Valley. Those will be brief, and as they track to the north. Also recently, seeing thunderstorm development across the coastal ranges this afternoon. But what we have been noticing on radar, really over the last half hour or so, is the intensity of the very heavy rain is starting to decrease aerial wide. And we're seeing the rainfall transition more of a stratiform rain across the foothills into the higher elevations. Having said that, there are still the cores of the heavier rain that we're watching, especially in and around those burn scar areas, and that's the biggest concern out there today, and especially tomorrow, where I think will be a bigger aspect when it comes to that rainfall potential. So timing it out for you, by 6 o'clock, a lot of the rain down south of Highway 50 starts to lighten up quite a bit. A few light showers possible into the Sacramento Valley, but most of the activity still across portions of Nevada, Sierra, and Plumas counties through about dinner time. And then beyond that, we begin to finally settle things down to the overnight, with just a few storms in place for tonight. By tomorrow, a fairly quiet start to the day, but timing-wise, just like this afternoon, storms will be firing up once again. But the pattern going into tomorrow does mean we have a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere. So what that means for tomorrow's thunderstorms is the rainfall rates will be higher. So that's why I think tomorrow is a bit more of a concern, so to speak, when it comes to those burn scar areas, very localized. But we'll watch for the potential for additional localized debris flows in around burn scars for tomorrow as those thunderstorms ramp up, in addition to frequent cloudy ground lightning strikes. Monday could also be a similar situation, with numerous thunderstorms developing in the mountains during the afternoon. So that's why, at least for today and tomorrow at this moment, we are going with the first alert action days, just to bring your attention to that scenario when it comes to all that active weather. So once again, we're still watching all the thunderstorm development across the region with heavier rainfall rates in place. I'll show you once again live radar. You can see all the lightning right here as it continues pushing in, mainly impacting the higher elevations over the terrain. We'll bring another update coming up at the top of the hour with the start of our newscasts and additional updates as needed. Stay with us with the CBS Sacramento live stream.